Hello everyone, Sam Calagione here, brewer and founder of Dogfish Head Brewery, and I'm here with my buddy who we've been doing collaborative projects with at Dogfish for over a decade, David Lemieux.
Thanks, Sam. It's great to be back.
It's good to have the band back together.
It is.
David,
it is.
Right?
It's every few years, Sam and I get together. We taste some beer, we talk music, we have a good time.
Yeah, 2025 is not just the Dead's 60th anniversary. It's not just Dogfish Head's 30th anniversary, but it's the 10th year that Dogfish has been the official brewery of Record Store Day. Talk a little bit about the Dead's history with Record Store Day.
Well, I remember the first Record Store Day, which was 15, 17 years ago or so, and we heard about it. We said they're doing a thing where on this day in April, bands, record labels are going to give very special limited releases to the independent record stores, of which there's one in my town, there's one in your town, there's one in everybody's town. Yeah. And that's where we all buy our records. And this was 15 years ago when there still were other record stores. Now there are only the independents. There are no big record stores anymore, at least where I live. Yeah. You can get them on Amazon, you can get the places like that. But in terms of the little record store days, I go to mine at least once a week. Yeah. My daughter, she's 15 years old, she spends all of her money on records, on vinyl. And so we produced something special for that Record Store Day, and it was a hit. It was, I mean, everyone loved it. I think we did 5,000 copies. Yep. So since then, we have always done a Grateful Dead record for Record Store Day in April, and we do a limited run of anywhere between 7,000 and 10,000. And they always sell out, and then we do another one for the November Record Store Day, the Black Friday event, which is not quite as big an event, but we put just as much work into it. And that is uniquely because we love supporting these stores, because they love supporting us. They love selling Grateful Dead records. We want to make sure there's good product going into those stores that only those stores are getting. Yeah. So we've been big supporters. And then when we heard a decade ago that Dogfish Head was the official beer of Record Store Day, said, could this partnership get any more perfect? It was like, come on, man. Literally,
while Mark Safrick, our brewmaster, and I were dialing in this recipe, you and I and my son Sammy, you said your daughter's 15, you didn't spend all her money at record stores. My son's 25, huge Deadhead, fisherman and butcher up in Maine. And all summer, he and I have been trading tracks with his buddy Dash in New York City. And we've been sharing those with you. And the list that you and I back and forth was pretty big, and we said we're going to do something special, so we had to do something that was exponentially awesome. So why don't you talk a little bit about what we've been working on here?
Well, we're going with live versions of songs, live tracks, and we've gone through, I put together a list, and what I do is I put together these sequences, and first of all, they've got to fit on vinyl.
And flow.
And flow, exactly. And then I sequence them. Sequencing an album, it comes very naturally to me, but I'm not averse to changing it when it needs to. So I'll listen dozens of times. You know what? I think I'm going to flip these two, or maybe open with this one. Yeah. I guess there's an art behind it, but it's very intuitive because when you hear it, you know, and that's all it is. There's no other rhyme or reason to it. And then you and your son and Sammy come along and suggested a few other things. I said, well, those are all great versions. Yeah. There's no reason they won't work. So I bumped a couple of things I'd selected off, tried yours out, and the flow was perfect. So I'd say of almost half the album is you and Sammy, is the music that you suggested. Right. And so kudos, Sammy.
I'll share it with him. I hope it doesn't go to his head.
You know what? I think he'll love the album. And a really great ear. And it sounds, I mean, I've listened to the sequence now a dozen times. Yeah. It works.
One thing we are sure of is the one that comes out on Record Store Day in April will be Volume 1.
Volume 1, what does that imply? So I do like Volume 1s because they give us hope that we'll keep working on things. So looking at the songs that we put together, there's a lot of great music. So it's Volume 1. Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, our collaboration is a love story, David. This has been amazing. So I'm very excited for everything we're doing. It's a momentous year for the
2025. I mean,
huge year.
60, 30, 10.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Cheers.